Hello there, and welcome back. We're on day 15 today of our Freetreat, and I'm going to be doing this for 21 days in total, so this is the third and final week. Thank you for joining so far, and I hope you'll stick with us to the end of the series. Of course, if there's anything you particularly enjoyed, you can always go back and look at those videos again, use the exercises again. And maybe there are some things you're already incorporating. That'd be great. I'd love to hear about that. Yesterday there was an extraordinary butterfly in the garden here. It's about this size, black and blue, very vivid, very beautiful. And that reminded me of the couple of years when we were growing, looking after, having butterflies in a butterfly house at home. And the fascinating process of seeing them go from minute little eggs to just as minute little caterpillars, which then grew at an extraordinary rate. And they do just eat, and then at some point just decide they're ready and climb to the top of the surface and cling on and make it their chrysalis. And then inside there is where the magic happens. I used to think that the caterpillar kind of slimmed down its body and then turned its legs into wings and somehow converted to a butterfly the way a tadpole converts to a frog. But actually, apparently it's not that. They just completely disintegrate into mush in there and then rebuild, use the building blocks again like Lego to build a butterfly instead, which is just extraordinary, isn't it? And so that got me thinking about change in general, and some of us change more like the frog, the tadpole, to go into the frog where it gets its little beginnings of legs, and then gradually the legs get longer, and then gradually you see the tadpole's little legs helping it swim. In the frog, there's a frog pool next to my toilet here, actually, because everything's outdoors here, and I've been watching the tadpoles day by day evolving. Until the little baby frogs jump out and sit on the toothbrush and look at you. So maybe that's your style, that you go gradually shifting. Maybe your style is more that you go completely into yourself, lock yourself away, and reform, restructure, and change something about yourself. And changing we can think our way, think about change till we're blue in the face, really, can't we? You can write lists of pros and cons and whether should I do this, should I do that, and then at some point something may occur to you that just fires you up, and you feel it in your body, and there's such an urge to go after that thing that doesn't matter what the lists say. Suddenly something moves you, and you have the instinct, and you may not even know until after you've done it why that was the right thing to do. And that's certainly been true of me on my path. Sometimes I've just felt I've got to do this, I've got to quit this job or go to this country, and it hasn't really made any logical sense. I couldn't defend it, rationalise it to anybody, but it's turned out to be a crucial part of my story. So this morning I want to share with you a technique that I've used quite a bit in the refugee camps, and you may have used it yourself already. It's called EFT, or tapping. We just ask them to hold whatever it is that's upsetting them. In their case, it might be a trauma related to the war or to their current circumstances. In yours, it might be something that's happened to you in the past, or also current circumstances. It can be something big or something small, it doesn't matter. But something that's troubling you that you'd rather get rid of it, not be carrying it about. So I'd ask you to just hold that thing in your mind, the thing that you want to work with today. And then I'm going to lead you through the process. Just follow me. Yeah. So at the beginning, we start by chopping like a karate chop on the side of your hand. Chop, chop, chop. And it's better if you say these words out loud, because that tells your body that you're really serious about it. But if you feel awkward about that, or you just can't because of who's around, then say it in your head. Even though this thing I'm thinking about feels like a horrible burden, even though it makes me feel nasty inside, even though I don't really know what to do about it or how to fix it, even though I've maybe been feeling this way for a long time, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And I'm going to tap on the top of the head. This thing that's happened to me is horrible. And then tap here at the inner corners of your eyebrows. I don't really like to think about it. And on the outside of your eyebrows. Why did it have to happen to me? And then under the eyes. It's just not fair. I don't like it. Under the nose. I don't even know what to do about it. It makes me feel bad. On the chin. These bad feelings are stuffed down inside of me, even when I'm not thinking about them. And then the collarbone, both collarbones if you want. It's not nice feeling like this. It doesn't help me to feel like this. And under your armpit. Yeah. Even though it looks a bit funny. I'm sick of feeling this way about this problem. Top of your head. I wish I could let it go. And we repeat the same places, so inner eyebrow. If only I didn't have to feel like this. Things would be different if I didn't feel like this. I might not be so tired all the time. I might not have to hold all this sadness or anger or resentment. I could feel free of it. I wonder what it would be like to be free. I wonder if I can do that. Top of the head. Maybe I can do that. Maybe now is the time to let it go and be free of it. Be free of the way it makes me feel. To feel better in my body and better in my heart. And then just place both hands on your heart. Take a couple of deep breaths. While your nervous system integrates what you've just talked about. While your subconscious realizes that you were talking about that thing and nothing bad was happening at the time. Right now, you're safe. When I first heard about that technique, I thought it can't possibly work. It seems a bit ridiculous. But I've used it over and over again, and I've used it with a lot of other people, and it just seems to have some kind of magic. I know I've since then researched the neuroscience about it and the way that it reprograms some of the memories in your brain, reclassifies them, and I can see from a scientific point of view, a bit better how it works now. But the most compelling thing is that I've just seen it work over and over again. So see what you think. Maybe it's helpful for you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.